Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and there's a lot to cover. Lot still going on. It looks like XRP is wanting to do a little breakout based on what everybody's saying this morning. We shall see. Bitcoin's at 105. This thing, we're back up 3.6 trillion in the total market. This thing looks like it wants to take off again, folks. Today, I wanted to let everybody know Crypto Law, which is John Deaton's law firm, they're going to be doing, that's today, yeah. 4 o'clock today, they're going to do a reserve debate, Bitcoin, XRP, or everyone. With John Deaton, he's going to have guests on to discuss, so you might want to tune into that. He's doing a live spaces. The kid is doubling down on his Bitcoin is a public good, XRP is a corporate lobby. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin lobby is the biggest crypto lobby that's been lobbying for years and has been given a regulatory monopoly as a commodity for all these years. I'll address that in a minute. But I did have a question for Jack Mahlers. Some of Strike, his company's investors, to include 1031 University of Wyoming, General Atlantic, or 1031 University of Wyoming, which is in Senator Loomis's state, who seems to be all just Bitcoin, by the way, and General Atlantic, are they all in on dying on that hill of starting a war with Ripple over XRP with you, trying to figure out if the adults are backing the kids? And then I put this out. Another one of his investors is Washington University in St. Louis. Another question, Jack. Is Washington University in St. Louis also backing your war on Ripple and XRP? Have they committed to dying on the hill with you? And then, unfortunately for the Bitcoin maxis, this is ECB President Christine Lagarde.
On a completely different topic, your Czech counterpart yesterday said that his institution will assess including Bitcoin into foreign currency reserves. And US President Trump has backed the idea of a national strategic Bitcoin reserve. What do you think about such ideas? Is that something the ECB is looking into? Thanks.
On this matter that you referred to, and whether reserves of central bank should or could include Bitcoins, I think there is a view around the table of the Governing Council, and most likely the General Council as well, that reserves have to be liquid, that reserves have to be secure, that they have to be safe, that they should not be plagued by the suspicion of money laundering or other criminal activities. And as a result, I'm confident that reserves will not enter, that Bitcoins will not enter the reserves of any of the central banks of the General Council. I had a good conversation with my colleague from the Czech Republic, and I leave it to him to make whatever announcement he wants to make, but I'm confident that he's convinced, as we all are, of the necessity to have liquid, secure, and safe reserves.
But gold will be in their reserves, by the way. Turns out the modern investor is an adult.
The Ripple CEO has advocated for a diverse U.S. digital asset reserve encompassing multiple tokens. This guy did not stand on stage saying,
I don't know why.
We should just have XRP. He said multiple coins. Do you understand that? He's literally being like, no, like we should all get rich together. And guess who had a problem with that? Bitcoin maximalists. Trump announced plans to evaluate creating a national digital asset reserve, and people lost it completely. It's the same. This is the same energy. If you missed it, this was last year. This is the same exact energy. There was news that we might get an Ethereum ETF within the United States. Do you remember Michael Saylor completely lost his bananas? For those of you who forgot or weren't here, Michael Saylor went onto Twitter and was like, that is never going to happen. There can only ever be Bitcoin ETFs. Everyone else who thinks otherwise is completely insane. You have no idea. And then the next day, there was the approval of an Ethereum ETF. And he was like, oh, all coins can work together, la, 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 la. And it's like, what? You went on a rampage for a week, calling everyone crazy, saying that there would...
He also went on a rampage and said that all other digital assets, including XRP, would be determined to be securities before Trump came in.
Never, ever be an Ethereum ETF. And then the moment it happened, you're like, well, fine, I guess, whatever. It's okay to have other, I don't understand. If you are listening to this right now and you have 7,000 Bitcoin, it's okay for you to be a maximalist. I get it. You really want your bags to pump. I totally understand. But otherwise, it just makes you sound crazy online. And then, there's no real...
it makes you sound crazy online no matter how many Bitcoins you own.
Benefit. There's no real benefit to it. The Ripple CEO has...
Okay, then we had this just a little reminder. We're going back from talking about the children to now this is adult talk again. So any of you children that want to go play with your toys, this is the time.
I'm Carlos Domingo. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Securitized. So I started the company in late 2017. Now that was one of the first wave of excitement about tokenization. Crypto was very small when I started the company. It was a 20 billion industry. Now it's a 2 trillion industry. So when blockchain started, I just felt like this should be the same technology layer should be applied to regulated instruments to make them easier to transact, easier to trade, and easier to purchase. So here at Swell, we just had a panel focused on tokenization. What are the kind of asset classes that we think are going to be likely to be tokenized next? Today, Treasuries obviously is the largest category. We've been having a relationship with Ripple for many years, so it's great to see how the company has expanded their vision from the initial work they were doing in cross-border payments into many other areas, including tokenization. So we're very excited about a lot of the discussions and potential partnerships that we're discussing with Ripple. I'm Carlos Domingo. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Securitized. So I started the company in late 2017. Now that was one of the first wave of excitement about tokenization. Crypto was very small when I started the company. It was a 20 billion industry. Now it's a 2 trillion industry. So when blockchain started, I just felt like this should be the same technology layer should be applied to regulated instruments to make them easier to transact, easier to trade, and easier to purchase.
All right. Okay. So actually, I didn't realize that went back into CoinDesk's rapid expansion of the XRP ledger's DEX was one of the key reasons that maybe made 2024 one of the most monumental years for Ripple. Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Then we got this, Jack McDonald, who runs the Real USD at Ripple. A little over a month since RLUSD's launch, we've seen amazing traction, 100 million in market cap as previously committed. We'll be publishing a monthly independent attestation for RLUSD in compliance with the highest regulatory standards. Few points to keep in mind. RLUSD is over-reserved, as in our reserves are more than 100% of the total supply, backed by US dollar deposits, short-term US government securities, and other cash equivalents. We currently hold $6 million more in reserves than total RLUSD supply. Ripple strictly maintains reserves of highly liquid, low-risk assets to ensure our ability to fully meet redemptions. They've got a full report there. We got this too. Tether expresses disappointment over MiCA-driven USDT delistings in Europe, warning of a disorderly market for EU customers. Peter Brandt wants to talk to us XRP pill poppers. To be clear, I could care less what XRP is going to do. If it goes up, I want to be long. If it goes down, I've never shorted it, but prefer to troll the poppers. No other way right now to define the chart other than a bull flag. Of course, this could change. And then I tweeted to Mark Uyeda and Hester Pierce, hey, have you checked Gary's desk for the him and IG report? When released to the public for transparency? We're not going to let go of that, kids. Kraken brings back crypto staking for U.S. customers. It is on like Donkey Kong. Where's Gary? And that's the thing now. Where's Gary? I forgot to tweet my thing about this. It says with XRP currently 310 and historically XLM being about 25 to 35% of XRP value, let us take low bound, which is 25%. Then XLM should ideally be around 80 cents right now as it approaches its all-time high. And I had retweeted this and I made a comment. I don't think I've got here, but I made a comment that XLM, that Jack Mallers may need 9 lives because he's got several more hills that he may need to commit to dying on after XRP, which is XLM would be the first one, I would say. Then Cardano, then maybe Hedera Hashgraph. There's a whole list of hills he might be wanting to commit to dying on. It's going to be a rough year for Jack Mallers, I believe. All right, DAI XRP. There's something that I had missed about a potential settlement in the Ripple case, and I'm going to show you that in there, and we'll also see what some chart guys see, and we've got some other things that are interesting that are going on too. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.